Farmers market, lots of people, lots of snobs. My God, all kinds. Speaking of snobs, how you doing?
I'm good. Well, how's that?
Listen,
I am good.
yeah, like
try and be
we
good.
were having a conversation, and somebody, people come and talk to you, you don't know them, and
Yeah.
you know, it's I get the same thing, and people talk to you about different issues.
Yeah.
Mike Duffy, is that an issue?
Oh, it's over. Mike will be gone from the Senate. He will quit because it would just be torture every day for him to go into the Senate. Eventually, he'll come to the point of where he'll say it's better to just get out of there. He made a mistake, and he's going to take the consequences for it, unfortunately.
But he ruined it for other journalists. I had an interview with Steve Murphy. I interviewed Steve Murphy about this, and I asked him, does it ruin it for other journalists?
Well, there's one of the things that's wrong with the Senate. It becomes a reward system for insiders. Like, you really got to know the boss and know a few of the key players to get there. There's no criteria really for getting into the Senate. If you're a buddy, you get in, and really that's all it is. It's a buddy system. And we all wish we were buddies. If I could appoint it to the Senate, but the sad part about it is there's been enough said about the evidence. The evidence seems to be like just overwhelming against Pamela Wall and Mike Duffy, and they just got to face the facts.
Why do somebody want to listen to a senator anyway? First get elected, then
honestly, I don't know. I don't know, and I know several of them. A lot of them I have respect for. Senator Joyce Fairburn.
Why?
I know her. She was an accomplished individual. Trudeau put her into the Senate. It's the reward place. Nobody wants to go there unless they get asked.
Yeah, but why would somebody want to be called a senator? Senator MacDougall. Would you be proud of that? Then you like the money, though.
Good paycheck.
Yeah.
You kind of like knowing that the groceries are covered, and you got a secretary, and you should be able to live out your life's plan.
But would you be happy?
Arguing, talking, that'd be a wonderful life, but it's of no purpose and no use, because the Senate really has no real power. Like, it has technical power and it can screw things up, but really it's unelected, it's unrepresented, it's unqualified. There's no qualifications for it. Even the minimum qualification of living in your own province, one of the very, very few criteria. Just try and live in the general geographic area of the province you represent, and you're in. That's what qualifies you. I'd move to a province for that kind of qualification.
I wouldn't even talk to you if you were Senator MacDougall. I wouldn't waste my breath. I mean, they're low life. They're
not low life. They're individuals.
They got good knees. They know who you are. Who you know.
I don't know why anybody would want to. If you had enough money to live out your days and you didn't need an extra $162,000 a year, I haven't got a clue why anybody would want that job.
Who will want Mike Duffy after this?
Mike is an old man. Mike is going to move on. He just needs to deal with this.
He can't be a journalist anymore.
No.
Nobody will listen to him.
He's fine. He's fine. He's he might even get heaven forbid, but he'll probably get a pension from the Senate too. So he shouldn't fear penury or anything like that. He should just, face the facts. You made a big mistake. You're caught. Get into damage control, and the quickest way to get to damage control is admit the error and deal with it. Same as Harper. Like, if I was a Liberal and I was advising the Liberals, I'd say just let him hang on, as many days and hours and minutes as possible, because really in politics, it's like hockey. If you can get to the goaltender, you get the game. That's the last person you have to beat. In politics, the leader. And Harper has been a master at insulating himself at arm's length from and this has gone right to the soul of the Conservative Party. It's speared them in the heart. There's literally no way Harper can get away with not dealing with it in some way, shape, or form.
Now, me and you, we talk about Mike Duffy. I told you I hated the guy before this started. I told you why, about your journalist, and was condemning Stephen Dion, and then he got appointed to Stephen Harper. Now, you know politics, I know politics. What are you hearing lately about Mike Duffy as a taxi driver?
Well, Mike Duffy would make a great taxi driver.
No, but what?
You mean with me?
What are people saying?
It's 100% against Mike Duffy.
What are they saying?
Well, they're disappointed in him. Naturally, lots of people stretch it out and increase the accusations, but basically, the evidence seems to be overwhelming, deepening. Like the double billing of party and whatever. If that's true, it's going to haunt him. He just needs to get out of the spotlight, and there's only one way to do that. And that's to quit. And he's going to quit because he won't be able to sustain the kind of scrutiny. As long as he's in the Senate, there will always, always, always be questions about it. It'd be worse than Nixon and Watergate. Nobody's ever going to let him talk about poverty, the environment, any other issue, except for this issue.